Whoa! Hey guys, welcome back! It has been a while. I think it's been probably more than a month since I've made a video for YouTube, and I've been swamped with questions. People saying, are you still doing videos? Are you ever going to do that tutorial? How's this thing going? Are you going to give us an update on this, that, or the other? So, today's video is going to be a general update about all the crazy, busy stuff that's been happening this year. Some of which has been preventing me from making videos on time. Some of it are topics which I couldn't talk about earlier in the year or even late last year that now I'm able to start talking about, and I have made videos of lots of these things that I will get to. And I have some future videos about some of these topics. So this is going to be a long list here of stuff that I figured I should go over and talk about, and then I'll give some examples. I put strategically around me all these things that I'm working on, a lot of them, not all of them, so I can grab them and show them because I don't have time to edit this video. And today, you'll be happy to note, hopefully, that I'm shooting this on the DSLR, so it should look a little nicer. And I don't even know if I turned the microphone on. Let's check. I did. Oh my gosh. So, now that that's been confirmed, I am using a Rode mic, a Video Mic Pro, and if it's not on, there will be no audio, and that would be super sad. So, audio is on, which is great. So, I have this list. I'm going to go over this, reference as much as I possibly can here quickly, but a lot of these things I will have full videos on each topic as I get to them. So, stick around if you want. If there's anything that interests you particularly, more than the other things, let me know in the comments, and I will try to judge what seems to generate the most interest and try to make those videos first to make sure that they get done, because some of them I'm sure will get just passed off over time if nobody cares. So, let's start. Where we go this year. Early in the year with Star Wars Celebration, I did like a little tiny bit about that a few months ago. I got back from Star Wars Celebration and I re-chromed the 3PO that was all jacked up in that one video. I didn't re-chrome it. I made it gold. So this is my old suit, my new suit. The new one is much more accurate, and I have not redone the chrome on it. So that terrible chrome in that video a few months ago, it is still the same. I just made it gold. So it matches. Let's see. So yeah, I went to Star Wars Celebration, and that was with Regal Robot. I got to work at the booth and sell stuff, which was really, really fun. One of the items that we were selling is the Space Slug pencil holder, which is pretty rad. Basically, it's the Space Slug from, it's got a real name. I can never remember the actual name for this thing from Empire Strikes Back. And the Millennium Falcon flies out, so there's a miniature Millennium Falcon that comes out of the mouth. It goes on the end of a pencil, and it's really cool. And what's cool about this, for me, is that this is one of the first products that I did. All of this sculpt and everything is mostly by me. This actual slug is a scan of the real movie prop from the archives, which is freaking cool to be able to work on that. And obviously it is scaled down and reposed, but I got to resculpt the inside of the mouth, do all the digital cleanup, and all of the rocks for the base are all sculpted by me in ZBrush, which is pretty neat. And the little Millennium Falcon was made by me in Fusion 360. So again, pretty cool. This one is actually a little larger than the production model. This is one of the prototypes. We had a few different prototype versions. This is another one. And they look generally the same. They're the same size here. But one of them was super, super accurate, and the detail just didn't read at this scale. So we made a new one. But anyway, I'll do a whole video on this thing because it deserves its own video to talk about all this special stuff there. And then also the Regal Robot booth. Regal Robot is selling a Chewbacca bust, which is amazing, and there were 50 of them put out for $2,500 a piece, and all of them sold in the first week. So I will be going to New York next in 4 days or something. I'll be going to New York to work on Regal Robot Chewbacca's, so I'll be busy again for another week. So video interruptions. Let's see on my list what else. So yeah, I went to Celebration in April, and then in early May I went to Savannah College of Art and Design to talk to students, which is kind of crazy that they wanted me to go there, but it was completely flattering and it was a fun time. I went straight from there to Tom Spina Designs / Regal Robot in New York and worked there for a week. So I was gone for like 10 days. Didn't get anything done here. So everybody's like, where's your projects? These are the kind of things that get in the way. As soon as I got back from there, I worked on stuff for Prop Store through Tom Spina Designs again. And they are doing their Marvel auction. I had to make a bunch of display stuff and do repairs on a ton of props that are going to be in the upcoming auction. I'll go over some more specifics on that in an upcoming video. Another thing that I got to do was I got to chrome a whole bunch of these Gentle Giant Star Wars show statues for the Star Wars Fan Film Awards. And this was really cool. It's a job for Lucasfilm. It was pretty neat. I have one here because I actually broke this one. Fortunately, they had ordered some extras, so this one's going to get repaired and sent to them. But everybody got theirs, and I made video, time-lapse of the whole process of me painting those, doing the chrome, all the setup. And the ones that went out to the actual winners were all aged. Like I kind of did an antiquing process on them, and I go over that whole thing. So I will put that video together probably soon, now that they're out in the wild. So that is the thing. And we're just going back to the Regal Robot and the Chewbacca. One of Regal Robot's licenses is to do character busts. And the next one that they have coming up is CZ3, the CZ3 droid. So it'll be the head and like part of the torso. So I am working on the prototype of that right now, which is awesome. And what's really awesome about that is scanned from the original movie prop. So it is about as accurate as it's going to get. I didn't do that sculpt or anything. We just got scans of the actual prop, the whole costume. So because we have scans of the whole costume, I will be doing a costume version for myself of that droid. I started to do a digital sculpt of that a few months ago before it was the thing that we were going to work on. So to have like the real version is amazing. So that is in the works. I don't want to get lost here. More updates on the RA7 back over there. He's going to get a couple mods. I'm doing some minor adjustments to the head. Really, really subtle stuff. And be casting a new head of that soon. Let's see. Some more stuff. Yoda from ages ago. A few years ago, I started this Yoda sculpt. And it got really, really messed up. It gets hot in here. And it kind of melted. And the stand fell through. And then I didn't mess with it for like a year and a half. And the other day, I was like, I need to start Yoda again. So Yoda is getting resculpted now. It's kind of in progress. I'm doing some video of that, but it's really sporadic. So that is a little bit of a slow one. Let's see. I did some helmets for College Humor for this video series called Troopers. It's kind of like a Star Wars-y spoof thing, and we made these helmets for them. And they are sort of silly looking, but this was the art direction that I went with. This guy actually has like a thing that goes on one eye, but I don't know where I put it. And then this is their Darth Vader type character. And again, they are sort of cartoony, cartoon-ish, but that was their art direction. I did these like really kind of like badass, like realistic looking masks. And they were like, no, they had these silly drawings they wanted me to copy. So I just kept adjusting them until they were happy, and then we produced them. And I did all those straight in ZBrush. Did from the concepts and everything were done in ZBrush. And then the final version I was going to do in clay, but there wasn't time, so I printed them, molded them, and my brother helped me cast up a whole bunch of them. We made a ton of them for this production, which was really, really fun. So I'll do a video on that as well, share the process, because the ones I just held up were the 3D printed versions, but I have molds, etc. Oh my god, dude, guys, this video is going to take a long time. I'm barely into this list. You might want to check out now. This is going to be going on forever. Let's see. Star Wars Show, College Humor, Prop Store. Oh, so I did the helmets for Vans. If you saw a couple months ago, I posted a video of doing a bronze helmet and a silver Stormtrooper helmet. I am going to do a gold version of one of those. I have one helmet left that needs to be done in gold, and I will be doing a video on that. I'll just go through the whole process, and that will also cover the clear coating of the silver finish and keeping the reflectivity to the highest level possible while still using all clad. And there's some tricks there that I'll get into in that video. That's on my to-do list. And let's see. Oh, in the process of making the Vans helmets, I had to make a bunch of helmet stands like this for all of the trophy helmets for Vans. So there were, let's see, 11 of these made. And So what I ended up doing is printing one of these. These were modeled by Sean Fields. I modded his version slightly. His actually has a little bit of the shoulders. I took the shoulders off and shortened it just a tiny bit. So you have like the Stormtrooper neck and the top of the armor. The ones that went to Vans were painted. But what I did is I 3D printed one, and then I molded it. I have a mold around here someplace. And I made castings of those guys. So I made a whole bunch of resin copies of that. The mold is here. It's just a standard matrix mold. I'll go over how I did that in the video. So I've been busy, guys. Again, I'm not even close to through this list yet. But yeah, those next pieces are really cool. Sean Fields sells those. I'll get into more detail about that in its own video. Let's see. The helmet stands. Yoda sculpt I went over. So I'm working on that big Boba Fett print, also done by Sean Fields. Wonderful. It's just kind of in process of minor filling and sanding right now. Once I get a little further along, I will pick back up with videos for that. Most of these projects I only get to work on in little short bursts. And so it'll be like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, run outside and paint a thing really quick. So it's hard to videotape the process as I go, but I'm trying to capture as much as I can. So I have been taking video of some things throughout the process. So when I talk about them, hopefully I have some reference. Let's see, what else? In my possession right now, I have an entire Captain Phasma suit that needs to be painted silver. And I'm going to do this whole suit the same way I did those Stormtrooper helmets, where they are just all clad. I'm not going to use the spray chrome method. I'm just going to do all clad. It's easier to touch up. I think it'll be better for the person who's doing the suit. I am going to cover that as much as possible in that video and talk about my setup, and it'll be very similar to the Stormtrooper silvering video, but you'll get to see it on some other pieces. If you have specific questions on that, let me know, and I will try to make sure I cover them in that video, because I want to make sure I give as much information as I can. And let's see, what else. I've had a couple other big projects that I can't get into a lot, but they're visible now publicly, but I can't talk about them yet. And hopefully one day I can. I took video of the whole thing, and if I can share it, I will. You guys will know soon. I did some commercials for Jamie Costa, one commercial for Jamie Costa, and I'm going to start working on him with the Obi-Wan Kenobi fan film that he's working on. Another thing. So we went out and shot in the desert. We did the trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi fan film. I went and helped with that for the day. And then we did a commercial for Manscaped, where I got to wear my blue alien mask that I showed in some videos a while back. And I got to be the alien in that. And I also did his makeup and gave him his fake beard. So that's a whole thing. I can maybe make a video on that if you guys are interested. I'm still working on the brake mounts for my bike. I've got a new version of that in the works now. And I will be putting together another road bike. And I know it's totally off topic for some of these other things, but if you guys are interested in like cycling, running, any of those kind of aspects of things that I'm into, let me know, because I can cover more of that. I'm always surprised that certain people ask me certain things, usually related to like my running, or where do you run, or people that are into Star Wars stuff. I find a strange crossover in amount of people that are interested in the fitness things that I do. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'll make some videos accordingly. Let's see what else. Rancho Obi-Wan. So we're doing the charity piece for Rancho Obi-Wan, and I did an unboxing of the whole thing. And after I unboxed it, I read the letter from Rancho Obi-Wan on camera, and it basically is like, oh, you can't show this thing until whatever date. So I can't show it yet, but in a couple months I will be able to show that piece, and I'm going to videotape the whole process of making it. And also with Rancho Obi-Wan, last year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I don't know when, we went up and put in our sand crawler that we built for the 2015 Star Wars Celebration. The sand crawler we built for Celebration is at Rancho Obi-Wan now, and Michael McMaster and I went up and installed it, and it's kind of out in the weather. It was made to be inside a convention center, so it's not holding up well, so we need to do repairs. So we'll probably be back up at Rancho Obi-Wan at some point between now and the end of the year to do some fixes to the big sand crawler. So we're trying to kind of plan that. I will definitely get some video of that. If you guys are interested or have questions about Rancho Obi-Wan that I can talk to Steve Stansweet, maybe I can get an interview with him. I will do that. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I'm trying to just make sure this video isn't 30 minutes long when it can be, you know, this long. So, no. Let's see. Did I go over everything? I've done a couple more, like a bunch of restoration stuff at Prop Store. And one of the things that I worked on recently that I just would share, I don't think I can show video or anything yet that I took, but I did restoration on the shoes for Back to the Future 2. The ones that self-lace, so when Marty McFly puts his foot in the shoe and it goes and it laces up. I got to do restoration on those through Tom Spina Designs. Prop Store hires Tom Spina Designs, Tom Spina hires me, and it's all a great situation here. It's very, very fun, some of the stuff that I get to work on there. And I'm going to try to find out the things that I'm allowed to share. I try to get video and photos of everything. A lot of it I can't show, but every once in a while there'll be one that I can share. The people at Prop Store had told multiple people at San Diego Comic-Con that we did the work on it, and they brought my name up, so I think it's okay to share this, hopefully. But they will be in the next live auction for Prop Store, so definitely check that out if you're interested, even if you just want to see photos of them. That was a very fun project. Let's see. As of right now, I think that covers the basics. There's definitely a couple other projects I've got in the works that I can't put on here yet, but I will be making more videos, guys. If any of those random topics I blurted out really quickly are interesting to you, let me know, and I will try to emphasize your questions within the videos, or answer your questions within the videos, or something along those lines, because those are things that are all coming up. I had a couple gigantic projects that were sucked up months of my time that are now done, so because, yeah, they're done, I'll just leave it there. And so my time is slightly more open now, so hopefully I can get back in the groove of making videos. And for those of you who don't make videos and watch a lot of YouTube, getting in front of a camera and talking and knowing that I'm going to put myself out in front of random people is a very strange feeling. And when I do it often, I don't even think twice about it, but when it's been a little while, like setting up to make this video I feel super awkward. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to see me fumbling around and racing through all this stuff. So anyway, I'm going to get the heck out of here and get back to work. I got to get a bunch of stuff prepped up before I go to New York, and I will be back soon. I'll try to get some of those videos edited, maybe even uploaded while I'm out, because I have the stuff already on my phone. So yeah, that'll be good, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Later!